So, Reese, we got to start here. I talked about it on Monday, but this is your first time being on since we did our final shows for Beyond the Mic for the year in
Yes.
Los Angeles. Two shows back to back in LA, your stomping ground. It was beautiful. But I just want to give you the mic just to talk about Beyond the Mic and closing out the tour and your stomping grounds of Los Angeles.
Well, it just lived up to everything I hoped it would be. It was so amazing, LA. Y'all represented. We had the Inland Empire, we had San Diego, we had the Gay Area. People flew in from across the country. It was just so incredible, so much fun. It was the perfect way to cap off a really amazing tour. I finally got my hands on the playlist. It wasn't for the first show, but for the second show. I got my hands on the playlist. I got to do a little Cali set and expand Clay's, repertoire beyond yo-yo.
I'm always very true, very true. You
but it
can't
was
blame my yo-yo.
but it was so wonderful. I just loved it, Clay. I feel like LA was like the one we were, I don't know if I could say this. We were both a little scared about,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like we was like, LA is a big, big market, but it's also like, I grew up in LA, so I know LA is not majority black by any means. Now we have
right,
a
right.
a deep black scene, but it's not the place that we get the most calls from or anything like that. So that one more than any other one felt like, okay, we are jumping all the way across country into something. And it just felt so good to have people show up and bring that energy. Everybody had drinks. Shout out to my girl Mom's That Beer, who held it down on the bar with the beer and the wine and all that good stuff. So it was really wonderful, Clay. How did you feel about it? I mean, I know you talked about it on Monday, but you didn't talk about it with me.
It was incredible. It was a beautiful time. I said it on Monday. It's doing this Beyond the Mic tour. I've had a lot of great things in my career, but I'm never going to forget this first tour that you and I
Mhm.
did. Six sold out shows. It was so unexpected. I'm just really humbled and grateful and honored. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
really was beautiful. Folks traveling across the country, we got
Mhm.
to know folks by face, and they gave us gifts, and
Yes.
we just had a phenomenal time. And listen, I do not take it lightly. Anybody coming out and spending 35, $40, whatever the case may be, to see us. And we put our soul into it. We don't really
Yeah.
have a big team. We put our own money into it because we wanted to do it. We care about community. And listen, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine who came to the event, and black gay dude, and he just said, "This is so beautiful to be in this kind of space with black people." He said, just to see black folks of all persuasions, of all backgrounds. It
Yeah.
just shows just our unity, right? And he even
Yes.
said, in some spaces, I don't really feel, this is what my friend said, this is real talk. I
Yeah.
know it might be hard to hear, but he said in some spaces, I don't feel comfortable holding my boyfriend's hand. And in
Mm.
this space, there was no issue with that, even with a straight couple right next to me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That we are about love and fun and joy and about politics and facts and truth and debunking misinformation and history.
Yeah.
You and I, we bring all that together. But there's so much love in the room, Reese.
Mhm.
There's so much love in the room. So
Yeah.
I'm just so grateful for all the faces that we met, all the beautiful folks that we met. It was perfect to close in LA. I was hesitant, like you said, but we sold out both shows and it was just pure beauty. And I want y'all to know we did try to go to Houston. We tried to go
Yes.
to Chicago. We really, really did try, but it's just us, y'all. It's just
Right.
us.
Right.
Next year we're going to try and make more happen. I've said it before. If there's a venue you want us to go to, if you want to sponsor us, if you know somebody, reach out to us on social media. But we tried to do more. But doing six shows sold out pretty good, and we even did a New York town hall. So
Yeah.
you see, it was beautiful. It was amazing. I There was just so much joy, the laughter,
Yes.
just out of this world, and it just restored. Sometimes you're on these airwaves, you get so many trolls and whatever.
Mm.
But when you're out there in those streets, man, it just lets you know that there is much more light than the opposite. There's a
Absolutely.
light. There's a light. And I really want to thank y'all. I really, really do. We
Yeah.
really, really want to thank y'all. Folks who went to multiple shows,
Yes.
traveled. It just lets us know that y'all had a good time. And Reese and I, we gave it everything. Everything.
We did.
We really, really, and let me tell you something. We're not gonna name any names, but there were folks who said they would help us out, and last minute they never showed up. So Reese
Mm.
had to make it work. You know what I mean? Like we did this because we care. We want to be out there, and also setting up for next year, which is going to be an election cycle. So there's more to come. Well, we're in an election cycle now, but you know what I mean, an election year,
Yeah. Yeah.
a presidential election year. So I've just felt it was amazing, Reese. It was
Yeah.
incredible, incredible,
But
incredible.
what I wanted to say, you hear the words diversity inclusion, and now, child, you can't even say diversity inclusion anymore. But it
Right.
really was when we say that Black people are not monolithic, that
Yeah.
was on display, and it wasn't just an all Black crowd either. But people that
Right.
weren't Black weren't like, oh my God, here we go with the Black shit. Like they
Right.
understood
Right. Right.
we are two Black people and that is the center and the core of it, but it's not in a way that is it's like, how I say my show is like the cookout. You invited to the cookout, you're gonna feel comfortable. You're not gonna feel like, oh, I wasn't expecting all this. But we had people at our last show, 50-year anniversary, they celebrated with us.
Oh my gosh, that
We
was
had,
amazing.
at Atlanta, we did a singles edition.
Yeah.
And so we had gay, lesbian, we had straight, we had everything. We had a woman, I liked her shirt, half holy, half hood. And so
Yes.
everybody really felt embraced, not just by us on the stage, because people kind of know us from us being in their airwaves, but they felt embraced by each other. One of
Right.
my friends was in the back and she said she heard people helping each other out with the Black trivia quiz part. And during Am I Tripping, everybody is yelling out stuff, tripping. Black people, we are vocal. We are a very vocal crowd. And this is
All on the
not
spot.
a lecture. It's not come and sit up there, all fingers crossed, or, legs crossed, whatever, all proper. It really is a convening of us and those who really just want to have a good time. And yes, next year is the political cycle, and yes, a good deal of what we talk about is political, but I don't think that the show is really that political. You know what I'm saying? It's not political for the sake of being political. Let me put it that way.
Right. Right.
We
Right.
talk about politics, we talk about life experiences. And my favorite thing, I've said this before, but my favorite thing is also after the fact, meeting everybody, and you get to tell people like, I saw you, you was making me feel good because you was sitting up there laughing and you was using your little Am I Tripping fan, like being able to like see up close the people that were in the audience, like, I know that's right, or whatever their little commentary was, or even people that maybe they was a little bit more mute because they was their first time. But then
Right.
afterwards, you're like, well, did you have a good time? And they're like, oh my God, it was so much fun. I can't wait to come back. Like the meet and greet part, which we did not charge extra for. Some people was telling us,
No.
oh, you could charge $20, you could charge woo.
No.
It was no VIP in the sense of like, okay, well, only this group of people get to talk to us. It was interactive the whole time. Everybody that stood around and wanted a picture got a picture, and we got a chance to meet everybody. And that's just what's so special, because I've said it before, we have a good time with each other, Clay. Every
Yeah.
Thursday, we have a good time with each other. And obviously, y'all rock with us too, but it's so different to be able to see folks in person. And not everybody can bring a crowd out. There are people that got millions of followers that couldn't bring a crowd out, because it's about community. It's not just a crowd, it's really about community. And that's what Beyond the Mic means. And can I say this, Clay?
Hmm.
That next year, what are we calling it?
Beyond the Mic 2024.
Beyond the Mic 20. Look, if it ain't broke, why fix it, child? Shit.
Exactly.
So
We staying beyond the mic, baby. We staying beyond the mic.
we are staying Beyond the Mic. Beyond the Mic is not over. This leg, this year is a wrap for that. But we
This
are
was a
going
test
to
run.
make it's gonna Beyond the Mic is gonna be bigger and better next year. It's not just
Oh,
going to
fire.
be a tour, it's going to be a movement